All right, well, we are back for the Sunday Stock Watch. Who's excited? It is a new year. It is a time of new opportunities, new experiences. I don't know about you guys, but I am so excited. If you don't already know me, my name is Wall Street Sophia, and I'm very happy you're here. So, for this upcoming week, we have a couple Red Folder news events. So, for Monday, tomorrow, 30 minutes after market open, we are going to get ISM manufacturing PMI coming out. So that is 30 minutes after market open. You have to be cautious. You have to be aware of this because with it coming out 30 minutes after market open, you do not want to be in a trade since it is a red folder event. Now, we don't have any news, red folder news on Tuesday, so not a whole lot to worry about there. But for Wednesday, we do have ISM services PMI 30 minutes after market open, as well as JOLTS job openings 30 minutes after market open. So Wednesday, same thing. You have to be aware of this. Ideally, do not be in a trade while it comes out. Either wait to trade until after or take your trade before news. Thursday, no red folder. But Friday, we do have non-farm payrolls, which is going to be extremely important. This comes out an hour before market open, and then 30 minutes after the market has been opened, we do have consumer sentiment coming out. But non-farm payrolls will definitely give us a big move. So just be aware of that. Now, next, just going into overnight market, which has just recently opened, we have QQQ up about $2 since overnight market has opened. We have Tesla up $6, Nvidia up almost $1, Palantir up $8, $9, which is great. SPY's up $1, Circle's up almost $3. So yeah, we got a couple movers, but what I'm mainly going to be watching going into this next week is crypto names. So MSTR, Coin, I will be watching Tesla heavily, and Palantir, and taking a look at QQQ and SPY. So let's get right into the charts. So let's just start off with QQQ. I'm not sure where this rectangle came from, this box came from, but I'm going to turn off volume real quick as well. So as of right now on the hourly chart on QQQ, we have found this major area of support near 612, 610, which we've seen multiple times. So going forward into this week, I would definitely be watching for this 610 area once again for price to retrace into it. We could either see a nice bounce, or if price ends up being very bearish, we see some bad news coming out, expect a break from there. Currently, we're trading up at 615, so near this area as well. So if we do end up breaking and holding above there, we can definitely expect to start trading back into 620, and we could see some sort of reject from the 620 area. But that is the general range I'm watching, from around 610 to that 620, and below or above there, we have some very obvious price action of either continuing to the upside if we're above 620, or the downside if we end up breaking below 610. So those are a couple areas to watch on QQQ. Now, as far as SPY goes, we are up $1 on SPY, so we are up to 684. So not as pretty unchanged from Friday close. We're up at the 684 area, but once again, we saw the same sort of bounce and hold up at near the 680 area. So definitely expect to see back into the 680 area retested sometime this week. But if we end up breaking above 685 range, I wouldn't doubt that we can see into 687 to 689 area. So that's sort of the range I'm watching for with SPY. Now next, moving on to, so for the next couple of names that I am watching is going to be, next one, Tesla. So let's quickly go over Tesla. Again, Tesla sitting around 445, 446, I believe. Wait, let's take another look. 446. Okay, so we're sitting around this 446 area. Pretty key spot. If we can get back above 450, I definitely think Tesla could see a really nice bounce this week up into that 460 area, even higher into 465. But if we cannot hold up 450, I do not doubt we see some more downside. And if we end up breaking below this 440 area, we will definitely see into that lower 430 range. So it really just depends which side Tesla takes. But as we see, the biggest thing I wanted to take a look at today was Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's been rising over the weekend somewhat. We've been getting some bullish price action over the weekend, which I really, really love. So going into tomorrow, there are a couple things I'm going to be watching for. Either Bitcoin ends up getting a reject at our upper ranges, at our upper areas, and I'd be watching for a reject closer to 93, 94K area on Bitcoin, which in turn I will be watching for MSTR to get a reject. And we are currently trading, again, MSTR is currently trading at 164 almost. So I would definitely be looking for a reject closer to 168 to 170 on MSTR, which is a range we haven't seen in a little bit of time. So if Bitcoin does end up rejecting those areas, that's what I will be looking for in MSTR. If Bitcoin ends up just moving lower, hitting 90K and getting a bounce from there, I will most definitely be looking for a bounce on MSTR at the 160 to 158 area. Same sort of thing with Coinbase, although I haven't really been trading Coinbase as much. I've really stuck with MSTR. But Coinbase is currently trading at 244. So if we can continue to hold up 244, and again, if we do end up rejecting that 93, 94 area on Bitcoin, I'm going to be looking for a reject closer to the 250 area on Coinbase. If we end up just trading lower, getting a bounce at the 90K area on Bitcoin, I will be looking for a nice bounce off of the 240 area on Coinbase. So those are just a couple names that I'm watching going into this next week. Another one is Palantir, just because we've seen a lot of downside from it. And I definitely find that quite interesting. And now it's up over 5% in the overnight market. It's up to 175. 175 is a key place where we could see a reject, but ideally want to see the reject closer to 180. So I'm going to be watching for any potential rejects at 180. If we end up just trading lower on Palantir into the 170 area, I will definitely be watching for some sort of bounce. So that is it. That is my Sunday stock watch going into this next week. I don't want to overcrowd you guys for, the first real trading week of 2026, but I do want to say something real quick. Last year was definitely a time for a lot of learning experiences. It was really my first year on really being connected to social media, talking to you guys every single day, seeing you guys come in and out of my Discord, getting really personal with you all through DMs, just talking to you all. And I really saw a lot of different people throughout the trading space grow and become new people and just achieve what they want to achieve. And I definitely want to say, this year, I think a lot of you can really log that in and turn into profitable traders going forward. And that is really definitely what I hope for you all. So I want to wish you all a very wonderful new year. And I'm so happy to be continuing on this journey with you all, being able to teach you all. But in the description is my Discord if you'd like to join. And then I also have my mentorship program that you can apply to in the Discord as well. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next week.